players currently playing. Please cease your playing. We're about to start the opening ceremony. Everybody outside the smokes area, please make your way inside. We're about to start the opening ceremony.
Scary rock. Scary rock. Entertaining the world.
Jay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Barry Bandura, welcome to the Big Guns Tournament of 2018. It's my honour to present the tournament manager and event organiser, Lee Reenan.
Good evening, players, spectators, officials, everyone else who's in the room. Big Guns is a tournament that was made by the players, for the players. We're doing this for your benefit, and without the support and help of like you guys coming in, paying your entries, you know, doing all the right things like that, you know, this tournament would not run. So without you, right, this just will not happen. So congratulations to all the players. Thank you all for your support. Many of you don't know me, and for those that don't, my name's Lee Reenan. I am the tournament manager for Big Guns 2018. Leanne Shield, off to my right here, is the tournament manager for the Ladies Big Guns 2018. All right, now just before we get started, there's been a lot of stuff going around on the internet, on Facebook, social media and stuff like that. You know, and a lot of you will know what it is. This happened a couple of months ago. I was as shocked as anything when I heard what happened. you know, as was a lot of people. I'm sure you all know what I mean. Yeah, that's right, Jamo, making the final at Albury, you know, it was just amazing. No, well done, Jamo, wherever you are. Right, great effort, mate. All right. Thank you. All right, now, on to our sponsors. Without the support of this great venue that we're in at the moment, and Georgia Lou and her staff, this event would not run. You know, look at the size, look at the tables, you know, the all-star tables that Georgia's brought in and got installed and all the rest of it, all the hard work that the venue has done, you know, reclothing all the tables, and believe me, it does come at a great expense. It really does. So what we need everybody to do, please, while you're here, support the venue that is supporting this tournament. You know, she puts so much effort in to get this tournament just right, so please, support the venue. Do not bring in outside food and drinks, right? I know it's happened in previous years, but this year, please, don't bring in outside food and drinks. Buy the food here. If you've got special dietary concerns, Georgia can accommodate you, but you need to go up and talk to her and let her know. All right? So please do that. To Greg at Poolstat, it is an absolutely awesome program, and we need every person that is playing this event to download the app onto their phone. It doesn't take long. It is really, really simple to use. I know, because, you know, I'm pretty technologically stupid, and I was able to use it with my relative ease last year. So please, we need everybody to download the app. When you get your slips, it will have the code that you need to put in. Right, just punch that in, hit go, and you're off and running. All right, so thank you very much, Greg. It's a brilliant program. To Cue Ball TV. Anyone that plays this game in this country and certain areas around the world know about Dan Lynch and Cue Ball TV. He's been doing this for well over 10 years now. He's put in heaps and heaps of money into it himself, buying new equipment, keeping everything state-of-the-art, upgraded, all the rest of it, to bring these events to your homes if you can't be here. You know, he travels all around the country, right, at expense and all the rest of it. He does an absolutely fantastic job, right? And right, if you're playing, or if you're not playing, or if you've got a bit of time between matches or whatever, please jump on, right? Along with Dan, we also have ACT 8-ball covering more matches as well. So we have 2 streamers here, which means we need more people commentating. All right? If you've got some time, please jump on. Give them some assistance, because they're trying to help you to build this game to a bigger and better level. So please, give them a hand. On to Quest in Bundoora, that have been supporting this event for the last few years, offering discounted room rates and so on for people that are playing in this tournament. They have been absolutely fantastic. Along with Quest, we also have the Greensboro Motel and the Parkside Inn that have come on board, offering similar things also. So thank you very, very much to you guys. Our interstate players would struggle if they couldn't get these little discounts here and there. So thank you very, very much. Now, we have a special lady in the crowd by the name of Melissa Camiso-Crawley. Melissa has been the driving force behind the ladies' big gun events. Right, for the last couple of years, it was her brainchild. Right, she has put in a lot of money, a lot of effort to get it going. Right, and again this year, right, she has really, really dug deep to keep the prize pool where it needs to be. So all ladies that are playing in the ladies' big guns, right, I highly, highly implore you to go up, shake Melissa's hand and say thank you. Okay, now on to our admin team. First off, the man who has just taken the ball and really run with it this year after Travis and Melissa unfortunately had to step away for personal reasons, Rusty Wheeler. The king of the, no sorry, I can't say that, player auction. Right, I'm sure everyone tuned in and watched the feed on Facebook Live that he did. He built the Calcutta from, if it was done here, might have made up to about 10,000. It's got it up to around 50 to 60 odd $1,000. You know, he has done an awesome job. He has really put in a hell of a lot of time and effort to it. You know, and you know, he's also done the work with the Supreme Pool Series as well for Lee Kendall. You know, he's really run with this. It is a great initiative and it is only going to get bigger and better. So thank you, Rusty, very, very much, mate. To Lyndall Element. She has been absolutely unbelievable, the workload that she has put in to getting all this stuff organised for everybody, right from trying to organise player entrances to make this event bigger and better than it ever has been before, to all the tiny little nitty-gritty things. There's been a lot of blood, sweat and tears put into this by Lyndall. She has really put in more hours than anyone in this room could possibly comprehend. She has been absolutely awesome. She has really run with this ball. So to Lyndall, thank you so much for everything you've done. Thank you very, very much. Now, our next special person that we have to mention is no longer in this country. She's up and jumped ship and moved over to the land of much coldness, over to England. That's Jojo. Anyone who has owed money to any pool tournament that Jojo's been involved in knows how much of a bloody pit bull she can be, right? If you owe, she will chase you down and she will hound you until it gets done. Her organisational skills with all the money, organising travel arrangements for the players that have come over from Lee Kendall's Throbbers League over in England, you know, they have just been absolutely brilliant, right? Her efforts with everything have just been fantastic. So Jojo, from all of us down here in Australia, thank you very, very much, darling. To the lady to my right, Leanne. She's the tournament manager for the ladies' big guns for 2018. So ladies, if you have any needs or requirements whatsoever, if you've got any problems with your games, anything along those lines, please come up and see Leanne. She'll be more than happy to help you. Along with doing big guns, Leanne is also running the Anzac tournament this year. So she's got a hell of a lot of work on. Right, she's going to be very fried by the end of the 6 days. So Leanne, thank you very much for all your efforts. And once again to Travis and Melissa, right, the amount of work they've done to build this tournament up to where it was, right, it's just been staggering. You know, they've been fantastic. And as I said earlier, due to personal reasons, they had to take a step back. Right? The first I saw about it was a Facebook post, and everyone sort of went into damage control. Right? The team that we've grabbed this year sort of certainly picked up the ball and ran with it. So Travis, Melissa, I very much hope to see you back at the helm next year. Right? And thank you very, very much. Right. Now we've just got to go through a few quick rules and things like that. This tournament this year is running the 2020 shot clock again. Now, as you can see, there are a hell of a lot of matches going on, so we don't have people able to time each thing every match all the time. So you're required to time your own matches. But, you know, if it's going to take you 30 seconds to decide a shot, right, and about 15 seconds to play it, right, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. You can speed up a little bit. We need to keep these matches flowing in order to get through them. So please, adhere to the 2020 shot clock. You know, 40 seconds is a hell of a lot of time to look at the table, decide your shot, and then play it. So please, keep the tournament flowing. If there is anybody who is playing slowly, or we notice a particular match is taking an extended period of time, we will come over and watch ourselves. If players are taking too long, we will try to find someone to put a timer on that match to keep it moving. So please, come on, we all know what the go is, guys. We all know there's a hell of a lot of matches to go through, so please keep it moving. Be mindful when you're playing of other players that are around you, other tables. You know, there's a fair bit of room around. If you need to step back because someone else is playing a shot, just do it. Just wait a minute and say, look, sorry, just going to have to wait a moment. All right? Come on, please be mindful of others. Everybody should know by now what the dress code is. It's the same for any Australian or state singles tournament. All right? Slacks, not jeans, dress shoes, and a collared shirt. If people aren't wearing collared shirts, you will not be permitted to play and your match will be forfeit, unless you can find one within a half an hour period. Yeah. Must be dress pants. Must be dress pants or slacks. Okay? Each player will get a 2-minute warm-up each at the start of your match. So you can get used to the speed of the tables, things like that. You can pot a few balls, and then we really need to get these matches going. So please keep it to a 2-minute per person warm-up. For the men's side, if you're playing a best of 21, after the 11th frame is played, you're entitled to a 5-minute break. All right? If you're playing a race to 15, after the 8th frame, you're entitled to a 5-minute break. But please, keep the breaks to 5 minutes. Don't go out and spend half an hour out having a smoke, getting food, doing whatever. All right? As I said, we've got to keep this stuff going, so please abide by that. Once the match has been called, we need the players to be up there within about 5 minutes or so at the table, ready to go. You all know when your match start times are. If you are not sure, come and see myself or Leanne, and we will let you know. All right? Any issues, queries, whatever. If you need adjudications done, if you need someone to watch a particular shot because it's very tight, come and see one of us or ask another player. If you can see one standing around, can you please come and watch this? Right? It won't be an issue. Facebook Live. You are allowed to stream your own matches if and only if you have the consent of your opponent. If your opponent does not consent to it, I'm sorry, but it is not allowed. Bar 8 will be running raffles throughout the duration of these tournaments. Right, we will put the raffles out on display once the tournament gets started so you can see what the prizes are. I can tell everybody right now the major prize in this year's raffle is free entry, regardless of what class you're graded at, into next year's Big Guns event. So if you're a world-class player, right, for whatever the raffle amount is, you buy one ticket and win it, you've just won yourself a $600 entry into next year's tournament for a very, very low cost. So that's a very, very generous offer, Georgia. Thank you very much for that. Now, before we start bringing the players out, I've got something that I feel very much needs to be said at this point in time. I'm sure a lot of you here will know of or have met a really, really special person by the name of Kevin Harvey. Kevin is unfortunately, he's been pretty crook since he got back from his Thailand trip. He's spent a bit of time in hospital, things of that nature, and he's still recovering. Kevin is one of the sweetest people you'll ever know. He really is. So Kev, from all of us here, I know you're watching, mate. Get well soon, buddy. Now, the ladies' top 16 seeds. Right. In order from 16 down, we have Karen Winter, number 16. 15th seed, Annette Clifford. Seeded at 14, coming all the way over from New Zealand, Hazel Cook. Number 13, the snooker superstar, Caroline Rossetti. Number 12, from Queensland, I believe it is, Rachel King. Number 11, one of the loveliest people that I've had the pleasure of meeting, Mark Gorski. Number 10, the little pocket rocket, Stacey Siakis. Number 9, you have Melanie Sanders. And coming in at number 8, our next special lady is the most talented junior cueist that I think I have seen for a very, very long time. At the ripe old age of 16, she represented her country over in England and turned around and made she was where was it? Yeah, she was selected as Open Under 18 team. She's the youngest female player to be selected. Right, the youngest female to make the national team. And also recently, she added the state doubles and state singles titles to her crown. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Isabella GIORGIO.
There's Isabella, ladies and gentlemen, and no representation required anymore as Isabella has done it all in recent times. And what a walkout song, Eye of the Tiger, because there's no one more focused or no one more determined to win than this girl.
Coming in at number 7, she has been a state representative every year from 2011. She's also got 3 Australian medals to her credit and was a member of the all-conquering 2016 Ladies World Championship winning team. She's also the practice partner and super coach of the, what was current but is now former Victorian State Singles Champion. Please welcome Rio McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin, as already stated, current member of the winning world team for Australia, and also part of with Temujin as well. And since partnered with Temujin, has improved her game out of sight. We should expect good things from Rihanna this year.
Go tell her. Coming in as the 6th seed. She's a special lady. She's represented her state a total of 5 times over recent years. She's also represented her country at the World Championships twice and was a member of the victorious 2016 women's team as well. She's the fiery redhead from South Australia. Please welcome Taylor Meyer.
There she is. Haven't seen much of her lately, but this is my horsey in the player option, so I might be a little bit biased towards this year, but just walks the wrong way. There she is, and she is a superstar player, and one of the few girls that plays like a man. So expect some really attacking pull from the young lady.
All right, your 5th seed was a 3-time world champion at a different discipline before she started playing cue sports. She was a member of the 2007 World Championship winning team. She's also been a World Singles semi-finalist. She has represented her states a total of 18 times. She's also been a state billiards champion and is the current Australian team captain. Please welcome your 5th seed, Lyndall Element.
And Lyndall's been a massive driving force behind the tournament this year, and playing very well, cueing the ball as good as any female in the country at the moment. I expect her to go very deep in this tournament, so good luck, Lyndall. You deserve nothing but wins over the coming days.
Seated 4th, This lady has been a 5-time Australian representative. She's also been a 3-time state singles champion in Queensland, has been a world singles quarter-finalist, was a member of the 2007 World Championship team. She's the current vice-captain of the Australian team and last year's semi-finalist at Big Guns. Please welcome the lovely Lauren Jelly.
Lauren Jelly, in my opinion, is the most underrated female player in the country. When people talk about female pool players, this lady's name does not come up. And believe me, she can cause damage in this tournament. Look at her there, she's enjoying herself. About time we saw some of that. But believe me, folks, I think Lauren Jelly will do damage in this tournament. She's underrated beyond belief.
Seated third. This lady has been an Australian singles and doubles champion. She was the captain of the 2007 winning World Championship team. She has made 7 Australian representative sides and a ridiculous amount of state sides. Please welcome your third seed, Shazza Brown.
Sharon Brown, current member of his winning Australian team as well. Very dynamic player, very attacking player. If you want to learn how to attack the balls in this game, Sharon Brown, very, very good player to watch as far as trying to progress frames at one visit and finish frames in one visit. So keep an eye for Sharon.
All right, your second seed for this event. This special lady has represented her state 15 times, and she's also represented Australia 6 times, while also being a member of the winning 2016 World Team. She's also got 4 state titles to her credit. She has been a semi-finalist twice in the World Singles and has been selected once for the World Team as well, which is a great effort. Here is your second seed, hailing from Ballarat, Victoria. Please welcome Colby Paul.
Colby needs no introduction, folks. She's won many things, and in my opinion, the best, purest of the female girls in the country, alongside Elise Mabbitt, and probably mixes it with the blokes better than any other female in the country as well. So look out for Colby. She always goes deep in these tournaments.
What's it? And your number 1 seed. She's hailing from South Australia. She's last year's Ladies Big Guns champion. She has represented Australia and her state more times than any other person, and she is the current record holder for the most amount of wins, Australian ladies titles, I believe it's 7. Right? She's an absolute freak player. Anyone takes her lightly, they're going to get absolutely destroyed off the table. Please welcome Lyndall Morford.
Hi folks, this, as said, current Big Guns Ladies Champion, and if you want to learn how to win, not necessarily attack the balls 100 miles an hour, but if you want to know how to win this game, and you're a female out there, watch this girl play. She knows how to win, she knows the right shot, she plays it every time, she gets the job done, and she's a favourite to win it again this year.
All right, they are your top ladies seeds. Now moving on to the men's. Counting down from our 32nd seed. He's also the gentleman driving force behind ACT 8-Ball Live. It is Kenny Nicol. The 31st seed. We all know him as the King, Brett Rogers. Seeded 30 from the ACT, Jack Phillips. 29th, the $2,600 man, the Supercoach, Scott Matthews. Number 28, you have the very, very dynamic Alex Pace. 27, the driving force behind the commentary team at Cue Ball TV, Calfzilla himself, Jamie Stevens. Number 26, he travels all over the place. He's all the way down from the Northern Territory. Please welcome Chris Beagley. Number 25, the Scotsman, Steve Jamieson. Number 24, from South Australia, Sawan Nakar. Number 23, who travels all over the country playing all manner of different cue sports, Ben Judge. Number 22, the ever consistent man who cues out of his ear, Peter Butterworth. Number 21, the poker legend, Dave Ewing. Number 20, the professional 9-ball player, Justin Campbell. Number 19, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet on a table, Mikey Cacciola. Number 18, you have Cale Barrett. Number 17, Baden Jackson, all the way from New Zealand. Before the men come out, I would like to welcome Georgia Lou. Just here. Sorry about that. All right, seated number 16 in the men's. He's an absolutely brilliant player. I have personally seen him systematically destroy all manner of top players in various cue sport disciplines. He's the 2014 Australian 9-ball champion, 2015 Geelong Open and Anzac champion, 2007 Australian singles runner-up. He's made 4 state teams as well as 2 Australian teams. Everyone really refers to him as Bella's brother, but any smart people know him as Gus DiGiorgio.
And the even smarter people out there now, folks, will know him as Rocky's bitch, but Gus DiGiorgio, no doubt one of the best cuers. I have actually nicknamed him the best single ball potter in Victoria. I gave him that name a long time ago. And believe me, if the kid is on and can keep himself mentally fit, he will be hard to beat.
Seated 15 is Mr. Simon Singleton. Simon unfortunately had some problems with his flight and is still in the air, making his way over here to make this event. Right, he's an absolutely brilliant player. Right, he's won countless titles over in New Zealand. Right, he loves beating up in the Aussies just like the All Blacks do. All right, he finished 9th at last year's Big Guns and is very much a force to be reckoned with. So, Simon, can't wait to see you tomorrow, mate. Number 14. He has won multiple junior singles titles. He's represented Australia in the under-18s, and then he matured into one of the country's best players. He's made the Australian men's team in 2015. He's also won Berry. He's also won the Empire Open in South Australia. Most people know him as Nathan Neems. It's actually pronounced Nathan Nemesh.
And we affectionately know him as Buns. Nathan Neems, very, very attacking player, loves to pot balls and will, well, I think, cause a few upsets this year in the tournament. He's focused this year, he's back playing and enjoying the game, so good luck to Nathan.
Seated at number 13. He was your 2016 Australian singles champion, breaking Mick Scerri's run. He's made the under-18 Australian team. He also made the under-18 world singles team, which is a massive, massive achievement. He's also made 2 Australian under-23 teams. Please welcome your 13th seed, Ben Foster.
Guys, this bloke here on screen is actually off the map at the moment. You haven't really heard a lot about him. Hasn't been playing a lot of 8-ball, but he actually moved to Victoria just to play against better snooker players. That's how much this guy wants to improve his game and advance his game to the next level. And believe me, he can transition the game of snooker to 8-ball as good as anyone in the country. Good luck.
Seated at number 12. Up until a week ago, he was the current Victorian singles champion, but that title's now been taken by Robbo. He is an Australian medalist. He's also won, he's been the runner-up at the World Under-21s, which is a massive, massive achievement. He is originally from England, in Leicester. He's now a proud Victorian. He is also the life partner of the super mum of twins, Rio McLaughlin. Please welcome your 12th seed, Tim Dixon.
Now, if any of you guys don't know who this bloke is, you've been hiding under a rock the last 12 months because he's exploded in the last 12 months. He's improved out of sight. He was huge at the Nationals, and I don't think his cue will end up on the bowling alley roof this year. I think he might keep it in his hand and go a bit deeper this year in the tournament, so good luck, Tim.
Seated at number 11. This man has won 3 Australian singles titles. He was in the world team title in 1996, the very first one. He's won 2 Anzac titles, and he was also been a runner-up in the Big Guns event. He has won almost every tournament there is to win in this country. He's a stalwart of the game. Please welcome your 11th seed, Alex Evrenadis.
In my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, the most decorated 8-ball player this country has ever had. And at the ripe old age of, I don't know what he is now, he's probably pushing 55. He's still one of the greatest players this country's ever seen and won't even waste time playing the Masters because he's still good enough to play in the Open.
Seated number 10. This man has been in every English side from 2011 till 2017. He has been a member of 4 winning world team titles. He has won 5 European titles and 4 times has been a UK Tour finalist. He's also been a former national champion over in his home country of England. Please welcome, all the way from England, Mr. Gavin Lomax.
A lot of people out there won't know who this man is. Just sort of head over to Australia from England now, dating Stacey, and believe me, the guy can play. And I think he'll actually create a lot of drama this year as far as eliminating people from the tournament and go, I hope, deeper than most.
Seated at number 9. He's the only person to have won back-to-back Australian singles titles and also made the final the following year, only to be beaten by Ben Foster. He has been a numerous times Victorian singles and doubles champion with his life partner. He has made 5 Australian teams. He has also made 10 plus Victorian teams. He is one half of the robbery. He is Mr. Michael SCERRI.
Oh, SCERRI did turn up, I can't believe it. And he's not shy of the camera or the mirror, Michael SCERRI, so we'll love this airtime. But in all seriousness, folks, killing the ball really good at the moment. Having a lot of fun on and off the table, making some coaching videos, etc. I hope he does well.
I've got to win this one. Coming in as your 8th seed. This man originally started playing the game over in WA before moving to New South Wales. He has won countless snooker, 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, American 8-ball, you name it, this gentleman has done it. He's made numerous Australian teams. Please welcome, all the way from New South Wales, Mr. Justin Sage.
And this man here, probably Twilight we like to call him, he's a pretty boy of Australian 8-ball. If you want to learn how to play the game correctly at all times, very good role model to watch, and I expect him to do a lot of damage in this tournament as well. Always goes deep into the tournament, and we'll see good things from Justin, I'm sure.
Great song choice, Justin. Seated number 7. He was the 2015 Big Guns champion. He has won Berry 3 times. He has also won Geelong 3 times. Been in countless Australian and Victorian sides. He also has the record of being the 15-time largest cranium in Victorian 8-ball. Please welcome Mr. Jake McCartney.
And he's the largest head in Australia himself, even though he has shaved it because he's losing it. But in my opinion, when playing at his best, is the best player in the country. And that's not a bias thing because he's my best mate. He is the best player in the country when he's playing at his best, and his record speaks for itself.
Coming in at number 6. This guy's an absolute freak of a player, and he is due to win this one eventually. He is your Australian champion in 2008. He's also won the Western National, one of only 2 people to do it, in 2016. He was the vice captain of the World Team Champions 2016 side. And he was also named Player of the Tournament, which is absolutely massive. He's won Geelong Open twice, Ballarat twice. He's also won the Empire. Please welcome Mr. James Delahunty.
Ladies and gentlemen, ignore the ears. Look at the face. Believe me, if you want to see someone that can pop balls from anywhere on the table, and I mean anywhere, probably the best player in the country to be able to do it, and does cue out the side of his ear as well. So he's got it all going on. And I asked him who the best player in South Australia right now is, and he said himself. That's confidence.
Seated 5. The next player to enter the field of battle is a danger in any tournament that he enters. He was the vice captain of the Victorian Australian men's team in 2016. Oh, hang on. Oh my apologies, I've got him confused. Yes. Yeah, all right. The next player has won a ridiculous amount of Victorian, Australian, and he's really done well in the Worlds as well. I'm so sorry, I've had a computer issue, so a lot of the player bios got lost, so please bear with me. Everyone knows this gentleman as Neil's brother. Some refer to him as Mrs. Scary. Everyone else who knows him as a real threat in this event, it is Mr. Mark Robertson.
And right now, folks, I believe this bloke. Look out. It's the Asian Robbo. But I believe that not this man on screen, but the real Robbo, without the shoulder pads, is probably the best cueist in the country at the moment. But obviously, Robbo couldn't make it because he's got family commitments, but that was a bit of fun.
He couldn't. He was unfortunately delayed. He had a few family commitments that he had to attend to tonight, and he very much gave his apology for not being able to be here. Thank you very much, Long. Coming in as our 4th seed, he's a brilliant cueist, and he is the most devastating player I have ever seen grace a pool table when he's going. He was your very, very first Big Guns champion way back when, and has won everything there is to win, with the exception of Berry. He's also the only person to have won the Triple Crown, being the Big Guns, the Western Nationals, and the Australian Championship. Right, everyone knows him as Big Time. Please welcome Mr. Benny Noonan.
Once again, folks, no introduction required. This bloke, when he's freewheeling, the best player in the country by an absolute mile. I said that about a few guys, but this guy, when he's actually freewheeling, he's really quick, he's great to watch, and probably plays some of the greatest shots we've ever seen on live stream.
Seated number 3. This gentleman has played this event 5 times, and his results are just absolutely mind-blowing. He's got 2 wins, a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th. Meaning he's made the semi-final every single time he's played this event. He's a former Australian and Oceania snooker champion. He's also been the Australian 9-ball champion. Every time I've seen this guy play a game, he just absolutely blows whoever he's playing off the table, including the current 4-time world champion Mick Hill in last year's Big Guns. Please welcome Mr. Joel Younger.
Folks, if you want to see a guy that has the best all-round game, in my opinion, in the country, alongside probably Jake, that's your man right there, and as spoken, his record speaks for itself, always puts in 110%, looks after himself off the table, very professional, and will give good value for money if you were to get involved, which I have.
Our 2nd seed needs very little introduction at all. He's won the World Singles Championship 4 times. He's won every tournament in Australia that he's entered. He's very, very short odds in any tournament that he comes into. He's your 2016 Big Guns champion. Please make him welcome all the way from England, Mr. Michael Hill.
Well, folks, this is the People's Champs has come out, and Mick Hill couldn't be here either, so we've got the impersonator out. But basically, Mick Hill is Winks of 8 ball, always really short, favourite in every tournament he plays in, and yeah, if you want to see some good pool, some perfect pool,
very much, Long.
watch
You've
Mick
been
Hill
absolute
play.
champion, mate. Now on to our number 1 seed for this event. Again, needs very, very little introduction. He's been a 7-time state champion, a 2-time Australian champion. He's made the world quarterfinals. Just to name a few of the titles this gentleman has won. He has won this event twice. He has been a runner-up twice. He's the original freestyler, the strawberry blonde phenom, the current carryover big champion, and your number 1 seed. Please welcome the king of the player auctions, Mr. John Rusty Wheeler.
I'm very disappointed he hasn't worn a floral shirt, but that's not too far off the mark. And look, this guy's put in a lot of effort this year with the player auctions, and always competitive. I expect Rusty to potentially make the final. Listen to this walkout song, folks. Are you kidding me or what?
Ladies and gentlemen, they are your top 16 men's seeds. I'd like to call Leanne Shield up to the mic. We're about to get our tournament underway. Have you got the men's one, Sam? Okay.
Okay, ladies, first match is up. On table 7, can we have Lyndall Morford and Annalisa Polito? Table 8, Karen Winter and Hope Sumner. Table 9, Melanie Sanders and Emma Babu. Table 10, Lauren Jelly and Claire Shanahan.
Someone. I didn't know how to properly pronounce your surname.
That's
right. It's Savanaka.
Savanaka.
Yeah.
I'll remember that for future. Sorry, mate.
No worries. Yeah, don't know what I meant.
Table
That go all right?
12, Mark Gorski and
Yeah, you
Jay
done well. Seriously.
Thanks, sir.
Oh, the ranger.
Thanks, mate.
Table 13, Isabella and Tanya Ahmed. And lastly, table 14, Rachel King and Cindy Blackwell.
Over to the men's. On table 1.
All right, guys, we're just going to, the stream's going to be cut off for about 10 minutes. We just need to reset some cameras, get everything organised for the actual start of play. Hope you enjoyed the ceremony. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thanks, guys.
Table 3. Which match was table 3? Dan, was that Sarwin? Dan.